I'm laughing at your guys' comments. I just thought that was a fun title. First, let's do a quick check. I'm using the microphone again. I'm not sure, but I get some complaints when I don't. Everybody hearing me out of it? And then I'll answer your questions as to why I look so terrible. But please just let's make sure. John Stasovsky's in here, everybody. Haven't seen you in a while, John. Great sound. You need to get snacks, traveling bee. Do it. I have a butterscotch in my mouth. Um, guys, I'm looking rough today, and I didn't even try to fix it. I did. I put a tiny little bit of like lip tint on. I'm looking rough today. Look at how swollen my eyeballs are. I have no makeup on. I have my facial oil on, and I tried to put blush on, and that's it. Um, it hurts. It hurts. Um, Yeah, Aaron loves the fudge, John. Who doesn't love the fudge? I love that fudge. I love them both, but I honestly do think I might love the Uranus fudge more. Um, I am having allergies so badly today, and I've been taking Zyrtec every night before bed. Um, it has been helping for like the last 3 nights, except today. I am super stuffed up and I can't stop sneezing. I'm not getting sick. This isn't me being a Scientologist, by the way. Scientology, when you're in Scientology and you're getting sick, you always have allergies. When you become a seasoned Scientologist, it's allergies. But that's not the case today. Snake, hey Ken, I took Benadryl. But Zyrtec has been helping me more than Benadryl. Yes, Leo, I love chocolate. Are you kidding? Have you seen my Facebook photos? Do I look like I'm all about fitness? No, I'm all about chocolate, Leo. That's where it's at. Um, honestly, I was going to go live earlier and Jeff's not home and I was like, I think I will go live. And I was like, I fell asleep. Just Gertie and I conked out. So that's why I look like this, and it's not the best. It's not as good as it could be, is it? And I didn't put a lot of effort into it. I can't. I'm so sluggish today. I cannot move. I have so much housework to do, and I'm like, I can't do it. Let me read some of this. Let's just read a little, shall we? Andrew Humphrey sent me a super chat. You're beautiful in and out, Andrew. I love you. Thank you for the super chat, my friend. Thank you. Not feeling beautiful, and I was freezing. I've been freezing all day until now. Now I'm not. I felt like I came right out of that ice cube. Now I'm on fire, which is weird because I'm in the basement where it's cold. Molly, welcome. I love Yvonne. Brian Lucas is in here. Brian and I are going to do a chat together. I talked to Marilyn Honig this morning. I love her. I reached out because I owe her a live. We were going to do a chat. I'd like to do that with her next week, and I hope you all join us. And I know you will. I know you're not going to mess around because you know I'll be upset. Save Monarch Butterflies. You're in North KC. Why is there a Scientology church here? It's the Midwest. Why would they have one here? That's an odd question. I don't know how to answer that. It's been here for a long time, and I guess if I was a Scientologist right now answering that question, I would say because we're tackling the whole Midwest. They're like the biggest one. They're supposed to handle like all the 4 states around us. You can see what a job they're doing at it if you didn't even really know it was there. Thank you, Black Widow Sammy. You don't think I look rough? I think I look real rough. My eyelids are so swollen. This guy, I'm surprised it's clearing up. My eye has been really red today and just itchy. I got to get some Pataday. Maybe I think that's over the counter now. Even my ears are itchy. I'm just like really swollen and itchy. But I did take a shower and I washed my hair. I kind of missed the volume that we had going on the last few days. I might have to do it again. Hey, not that Helen. That's sweet. Leah Lee. Carrie, you're supposed to be working. Yay! We won't say anything. Traveling bee, no, Shark Week is over. Shark Week's coming to a close. So happy about that. Thank you, Ken. So nice. I feel like you guys are just saying that because I look really terrible. Vernon, I'm not even going to try to say your last name. How many staff at KC Org? You know, Vernon, I'm probably not the person to ask anymore. As we all know, I have been exiled. But if I knew the last I knew about, probably a generous number, 35. That's about probably the biggest it's been when I was on staff, all the way up till when I was a public. I would say 20, about 20. It's always the same people, and they're getting older. Leo is sluggish today too. I just felt like that video title was funny. I do have something specific I want to talk about. What time is it? Everybody help me with the time. I got to pick up Huxley in a little less than an hour. Did I turn my ringer off? I did. I hate feeling this way. I hate like this head cold feeling, just like stuffy. Oh, thank you, Koala Lou. I love Koala Lou. Loved your interview with Andrew Gold, two of my faves. Well, he is now my fave. I love Andrew Gold. Well, I'm here via Andrew Gold. You're an inspiration. My God, welcome. Welcome all the people who learned about me through Andrew Gold. Thank you for being here. That's so nice. I did gain a few subscribers. I don't know if they're from him or from my live yesterday with Aaron, but how many I don't know how many I gained total, but I mean, in the last couple of days, I would say I probably gained like 800 or something. Vernon, how much did you earn when you left the org? Well, when I was on staff, if that's what you're asking me, uh, it's cash every Friday. I usually made about between $10 to $40 a week. Big spending. Well, thanks, Sarah. You love these glasses. These are my Dahmer glasses. I love these glasses too. I actually wear them a lot. Amy, welcome. You're here because of your interview with Andrew Gold on his channel. I'm so happy. Welcome. You know what's funny, you guys? Jeff was showing me today. Oh, Goldie, thank you for being here, Goldie. Lori was running errands and she said she was going to reach out to you. Goldie, thank you. I appreciate you so much. Joyce, thank you for the super sticker. John, my animals in hats, I know you sent me some of those. They'll never. Gertie gets super depressed if I put anything on her and she hides under the bed. I'd love to try. Pause for Andrea. Hey gal, any plans for the weekend? Well, the way I'm feeling, not anymore. I have to run some errands tomorrow, and I think I want to spend some time with Huxley tomorrow if he's willing. Funnily enough, Huxley he likes to go to the batting range, which I'll take him. That's not something we can enjoy together, but I'll take him. And he loves anything sports. So one thing that we have in common that I really like is Huxley likes to go with me to thrift stores. I love thrift store shopping. If you have the time, you've got to make like the time to do it. And I asked him about it and I said, you might want to go with me on Saturday. I might run to a couple thrift stores in between errands. And he was like, I'm there. He likes to look for jerseys and footballs and football equipment and baseball equipment. He loves to look for anything sports. So we might do that together. Sarah, Robin, what did you do on staff? I was the HCO, the Hubbard Communications Office COPE officer. It's like Aaron says, I was in like the HR department of the organization. Oh, well, I'm glad you're here, Sweeney. You got to watch the Andrew Gold interview yesterday, chat with Aaron earlier today. Nice. Well, thank you for being here, guys. Really, truly, thank you for being here. I need to catch up. Yvonne. Thanks to Reese. Anytime someone says I look good today, my response is I washed my hair. Well, it does tend to happen on those days. Not today because my face looks awful, but usually people will be like, "Did you do something different?" I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, I washed my hair." Because I don't do that very often. We all know. In the summer, I do it about every 4 or 5 days, but in the winter, I can push it. I can easily do it once a week when things are dry. Hey, Telperion, I remember you from yesterday. Welcome. Vernon, how is your husband? I noticed that he's got Facebook. He definitely has Facebook. He's opinionated. Vernon, he's doing great. Yeah, welcome newbies. Super chat. Love hanging out with you. Rachel says, always welcome here in the Highlands of Scotland. I would love to come visit, Rachel, and thank you for the super chat. That's so nice. Aw, Bead Maniac B. Well, hello from Western Massachusetts. Been here since the beginning with you and Aaron. I love that. You're a loyal friend, and I thank you for that. Snake, Ken, thank you for the super sticker, my friend. That's so nice. Thank you. That's so nice, Jenny. That interview was great. I love Andrew almost as much as I love you. That's so sweet. It's really nice, you guys. Yeah, man, Marsha, they are Dahmer glasses. Definitely. They're also just a classic aviator, but he happened to have ruined that for us. Matt, I love Matt Denny, you guys. I caught alive. Great to see you, Reese. He's British. He's a British friend. Everyone say hi to Matt. I don't know him in real life, but we chatted up. Like I chatted up with all of you privately. But I love Matt. He's very supportive, like all of you are. Thank you, Coltsby Colton. I'm just catching up here before I get to chatting. Um, Jana Martin, if you made $10 to $40 a week, what did you spend it on? Food and cigs. I when I was on staff at the age of 13, 14, 15, 16. So my dad sent me money from Omaha. He paid my rent and he would give me money for like food and stuff, but $10 to $40 a week, I don't know. I probably there was when I worked in that building, it's not there anymore. They moved to another building. I love Mediterranean food, and there was a place downstairs under the building that was delicious, and they made the best hummus. And I love falafel. Nothing's changed, guys. I'm 39 now, and what do I spend my money on? Probably food. I like to eat. I love different kinds of food. That's kind of a lie, actually. I'm have the palate of a 5-year-old, but like I'm not willing to branch out like Jeff. But what I like is what I like, and I love hummus and stuff like that. So nothing's changed there. I still spend my money on food. Silver Spoon, welcome. I don't recognize your name, so welcome. I do, if anybody is commenting on it or says something, I am slow and sluggish today. I'm feeling No, Matt, I didn't get a ridiculous size hat at the thrift store, but that one that I just posted about, I would buy that thing in a heartbeat. Phyllis OB, Reese, I'm very new to your channel, but you're a boss. Dang, girl. My only criticism is that you're too hard on yourself. You are smart, funny, and worthy. Well, Phyllis, I love that and I appreciate that. I'm going to try to get there, girl. I really am making that effort, guys. It takes time, but Phyllis, thank you for pointing it out. Thank you for the super chat and welcome to the channel. I hope you never leave. Um, I am hard on myself, I guess. I don't feel like I am, but I will say this, guys. Scientologists are just hard on things in general, including themselves. And I know that sounds, what does that sound? Let me break it down. Jeff said something to me this morning about it. Oh, I know. A lot of you are commenting. That's one of the video things I want to talk about in the video today. But a lot of people are messaging me privately or commenting publicly that you are apologizing for too much. You're being hard on yourself, one, like Phyllis just said, but you're apologizing for too much. And Jeff said, he goes, I know I've been with you long enough. We've been together almost 5 years. And he said, I've been with you long enough to know that that is a Scientology thing for sure. And it is. He said, even this were his words. He said, I know now that Scientologists are always taking accountability. They're always taking responsibility for them causing something. Like I talked about in that live the other day, it is true. It's a habit when anything bad happens, anything in your life, not the world, but the world too. We have to take responsibility for that according to L. Ron Hubbard. But I'm talking about in your own life, if you get sick, if you stub your toe, anything like that, guys, small to large scale, you immediately think, what did I do to cause that? Or in Scientology lingo, we say, what did I do to pull that in? It's a real thing, and I've been doing it since as long as I can remember, about 3 or 4 years old. And I don't do it so much now, but it's hard. I still have to push it out of my head, but I really do sometimes think that. So that was one of the things. Kelly at large, hello from Chiefs Kingdom. Oh, so you must be local, Kelly. Welcome. Thank you for the super chat. Jeff, I love you, Jeff. Thank you for calling me that, even though we know we're not today, not looking great. Um, I did know today is Aaron's birthday. I called him this morning and talked to him. Thank you for reminding me. Today is Aaron's birthday, everybody. Laura FM, catching another live with OSA and Relatable Reese. Laura, I don't know you, but I want to know you. And lots of people talk about you to me and say, you two need to get together. So I think we need to get together, Laura. I don't want to say Laura because I've known people with the spelling of your name and it's Laura. And I wish people would get that right because I bet you deal with that a lot. Moonage Daydream. Steph, I gained 700 subscribers on Monday. Wow. Thank you for keeping track of that. Leah Lee, how did your dad get his money? You said he's donated millions. He has donated millions. My dad is owned, I'm disconnected from my father, obviously, but he has owned the same construction company for about 50 years now. And it's fairly large. He goes like last I knew, I don't know. I mean, I don't know the updated stuff, but he would do stuff like not nationwide, although he did do some stuff in New York, he told me, but definitely like Midwest wide. Unless he's like money laundering too. I don't know. It's like Ozark style with Jason Bateman. I don't know, but I know he has a legitimate construction company. Ewa Fredrickson, how's your hot husband? He is hot, isn't he? I was checking out his butt this morning. He's doing good. He's at a function right now for work, and Huxley and I are probably going to be on our own tonight. Guys keep reminding me I got to go get Huxley pretty soon, but we're good. I think I got a bag of the broccoli at Costco. Huxley's, that's not his favorite thing, but it's my favorite thing. So I think I'm going to roast that with some olive oil, some everything bagel seasoning, and some smoked cheddar. And I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do for him. Huxley's on a chicken kick, and I don't eat a lot of meat, but I did get him some chicken at Whole Foods, so I'll probably do that for him. What was I going to make for a side for him? Oh my God, I was thinking about it earlier. Guys, I am sluggish. Allergies, it's a real deal. Vernon, I do still have a lot of Scientology books. Has your son read any of them? No, Huxley's not read any Scientology books. He knows a lot about Scientology, but yeah, I've got a bunch in the garage. I'm gonna catch up on comments real quick because you guys know I get nervous about that. Aaron's nervousness is dead air. I don't have that nervousness, but I have the nervousness that I get behind on comments. It's anxiety for me. And I don't like to skim. I don't like to scroll through real fast and then I miss them, but I sometimes have to. Susie CJ, hope you feel better soon. My husband has terrible allergies. Also, I'm doing my best to keep the house clean, and I changed out the AC filter. Not a cure, but it helps. I believe Jeff just did it because we have I don't know, it's like has a screen on it. I don't know, is a Nest. It says when it's time to change the filter, and he changes it every month. Thank you for the super chat. I do get allergies in the spring, but the fall is real bad for me. I always get them really bad in the fall. So far, Zyrtec is better for me than Benadryl. Laura FM, I'm sorry you say sorry so much, Reese. That's my responsibility. I'm so sorry. I wanna get to chatting with you, girl. Diane Fry, enjoy hanging out with you. Your story has broken my heart and inspired me. You are a strong woman and you are loved. Great job on Andrew Gold. I too love Mediterranean food. Diane, thank you. Thank you for the super chat, babe. And I like hanging out with you as well. And I think we could definitely have a good time together. I think we would each get our own hummus because I don't like to dip and double dip, but I could see that happening in our future, Diane. Phyllis OB, I grew up in a high demand religion. I apologize constantly. I hope I didn't tear you down in my attempt to build you up. You are amazing. Of course you didn't, Phyllis. I have nothing but bright thoughts about you, babe. Thank you for the super chat again. Um, I do, Tracy. Actually, I do eat local honey. I've read that before that you want to get local raw honey. It's good for allergies. I'll do some of that. Dang, Jana Martin, falafel and hummus. Thank you for that giant super chat. I hope it's Jana. I knew somebody once that I work with that spelled it your spelling. Everybody I've ever met with that spelling is Jana. But this lady I worked with pronounced it Jana, and she would freak out if people called her Jana. So I hope it's Jana. I'm gonna bet on that. Oh, I'm so itchy. Um, but thank you so much for that large super chat. Vernon, Reese, you're a former member of Jehovah's Witnesses. Okay. I worked with a lot of Jehovah's Witnesses at my eye care job a long time ago. Nice, nice people. Dang, girl, you're on 4 different allergy meds, a running bet. I don't want to have to do that. Um, burn the books. I could. I'm going to have to do this, guys. I'm not going to blow my nose, but I'm just going to do that. Hey, creepy B5. I probably should. What should I do with those? I never think about it. It's out in the garage and I don't spend any time in the garage. Um, yeah, because you don't want to donate those. Hey, love it. Welcome. Apostate Alex. Brother, we got to get together. You need to quit messing around. Get me on your books. Are you serious? You're making hummus while listening? Pause for Andrea. I tried to make it once with my Vitamix. It sucked. It wasn't as good as just going to buy it, or otherwise I would if I had a really good recipe. There's some spots in town that are my favorites. There are some good places in Kansas City if you like hummus. I'm still getting through these comments, guys. I mean, we both know I don't really do much of it. That's why I'm worried about all these new subscribers. I worry, see, I'm about to be hard on myself. Trigger alert, trigger alert. I worry about people who follow people like Andrew Gold and Aaron Smith Levin because those two guys are extremely brilliant. They always stay on topic. They report the news. If you come to this channel, I want you to know we have a classic thing we do, which is called going off into the weeds. We talk about anything and everything, and I hope everybody's okay with that. I don't stick to one topic. I find lately when I do lives with Aaron that he goes off into the weeds with me, and I can tell sometimes he looks a little annoyed. I'm like, "This isn't what we were going to talk about, but we'll get there." And Aaron's like, "Yeah, we'll get there. Get to it, gal." Apostate Alex, you're down to do it anytime. Okay, good. Let's do it then. Quit messing around. I would love your recipe for hummus. I think it's Hemina. Finally got you on a live. So happy watching replay on 2X to catch up, but just want to say hi. Well, thank you, babe. Glad you're here. I love seeing you in the lives and thank you for the super chat. I know hummus is easy to make. Kuala Lu, we do have good conversations. I found it very easy to make, but it didn't taste like it does in the restaurants. And I was like, forget it. If it's not going to be right, then I'm not doing it at all. Coltsby Colton, auction off the books. Us never-ends would love to buy them as long as the money goes to a good place, not Scientology. That's a great idea. I wouldn't Cindy Lee Bryce, I wouldn't say I'm as brilliant as the guys. I think that's very kind of you to say. Um, but, um, well, like Brian Lucas says, ain't nothing wrong with going off in the weeds. We can lead to something interesting conversation. That's the thing. In my chats, we talk about usually a topic, but then we go into the weeds with each other. Like I love engaging with you guys. My mom asks me this a lot, and it's so funny. She doesn't watch a lot of my lives. She doesn't have a lot of time to, but she'll be like, "Don't you worry that you're just going to run out of things to talk about?" And I'm like, "Never. That never crosses my mind." She's like, "Don't you think one day you're going to just not have any more topics?" I was like, have we met? Like, what are you doing?" I mean, no. No, I don't feel that way at all. Again, I don't have the fear of dead air. There, you'll never see me on here being like, that's not gonna happen. I do buy organic hummus sometimes. I get it at Whole Foods, but I don't like the organic. I don't know. There's not a lot of brands that I like at Whole Foods. I d I stick with the old school, Sabra that everybody knows about. Now that's not organic, it's non-GMO, but I like hummus with extreme fiery heat. I don't get any of this silly nonsense. I like garlic hummus, but you gotta put some sriracha with it, or you have to put the, like, chili garlic sauce with it. I really won't even eat hummus unless it's super spicy. Kirsten Iverson, "It would be boring if you did the same as all the other channels." Well, that's true, but, none of the channels are the same. I just don't do the news. I don't stick to a lot of things. They're just good at being regimented and, sticking to their stories and reporting important information. Guys, we don't have anything important to talk about here. We're talking about a lot of time in my life. We're going to get into that in a minute because we don't have all the time in the world today and we need to get into why we're here. But right now, we're just having a good time. Matt Denny, just because for all you do and you've been through, best wishes, Matt. I just love you. Thank you, Matt. Thank you for that. Scene or sign? I've never ran out of things to talk about in my whole life. Are you a Cancer sign? Yeah. It's funny. This is if I can make this into a career and like actually make money at it and have a big group of people like Aaron does. It's not the goal, but it would be funny if I did. We would never we would never run out of things to talk about. I'm shocked at the following I have now. Honestly, I'm still shocked daily when people are like, "Loved your last live." I'm like, "How?" It's just not Tampa B man. What are you doing in here, gal? There you are. I love you. I love you, Barb. Hey, Lady BB. Thank you, babe. I just think it's funny that there's 500 people in here and actually just even here with me. I love it so much. I'm not laughing at you guys. I just thank you. Catching up again. Stand by. Hey, Miss Sunrise Dawn. Hey, all. First time catching you live on your channel, Reese. God, I'm glad you're here. Thank you for being here. Carol, thank you for saying I look beautiful. That can't be true. I have oil on my face, which is making me look shiny. But guys, is anybody in here, by the way? Well, thank you, Vernon. Clearly, I have ADD right now. I can't stay on track. Is anybody in here like a cosmetologist or anything like that? I'm really into skincare and I don't know if it's stress, but right here I'm getting like red bumpiness on my skin and I need to know what the hell that means. I put on some niacinamide today and my azalea whatever acid hoping that would help from Paula's Choice, but I don't know what that stuff does. I just slapped it on. I didn't know. Then I just put on my stuff I use in the winter, which is like an oil because it's feels nice on your skin. But then you go on lives and it's like, holy soul food cook. Like it's just super shiny. Uh Back to what I was saying. Oh yeah, Matt says everybody hit the like. I always forget to tell you guys to do that. I don't know what that means. Leah Lee is an esthetician. Holy heck. Leah, tell me if I did the right thing today with niacinamide and the azalea something. Um, but Casey Cat, it's not, my face is not breaking out. It's like these weird little tiny bumps. I don't usually get acne. Every once in a while, I'll get a zit right before Shark Week, like around here, but not much anymore, which is kind of nice. Diane, you love that I don't have a topic. So nice to just chat. Your channel is unique. I'll bring the naan and carrots to our hummus party. I love that. No double dipping, though. Yeah, absolutely. I love naan bread. Oh, Daria, let's see. As laic? Is that what it is? Okay. Well, Daria, I'm glad that we know how to say it now, but what does it do? Because I put it on my skin. Um, oh, I didn't know that garlic can cause adverse reactions. That sucks because I eat a lot of garlic. Um, so guys, I want to discuss something while we're here before I do have to go get Huxley. Speaking of Huxley, I want to talk about this. I want to talk about what's uncomfortable. I want to talk about the uncomfortableness. Marilyn, I love you so much, girl. Hello, my lovely friend. I'm usually lurking and crocheting during your streams, but I just want to send my love. P.S. Field chickpeas. Yeah, girl, you know what that's about. I knew you would know what that's about. Thank you for the super chat, my love. We're going to do a live. Like I said, guys, that was Marilyn Honig. We're going to do a live together sometime next week. Amy, I love this community too. I do have to say, if it doesn't grow at all, I'm fine with that because we have such a nice group of people. Like I've said all along, it's about quality, not quantity. We have the right people here that are supportive and love us. And I really appreciate all of you. I love you guys. That's why I share my life with you. Very, very intimate details. Tampa B man, Barb, I talk with you for hours after your lives. It's like you're always with me. God, I love that. Keep doing that, Barb. Thank you for your super chat, Angel, but I love that. Evelyn Lee Barney, have you changed your hair products since it's your hairline? I think about that as much as skincare. Maybe you don't agree with you. Maybe they don't agree with you. I use a lot of different hair products. No, I don't think I've changed anything, but it's not there. It's like here. It's like right here. Now, I have a little bit on this cheek too. It could no, that's not rosacea, but I do have some bumpy redness right here too. I need to probably make an appointment. Vernon, I am going to write a book. I just haven't done it yet. Amy Lopez, Reese Pie. I haven't caught a live since Tennessee. Dang, girl. Love seeing you on one of my favorite other channels. Nice talk with Andrew. I hope things get better soon with Huxley. My heart breaks for you. Well, Amy, just that message alone brings me up the tone scale, girl. Thank you for the super chat, but really thank you for your support there. That's huge. Thank you. I want to talk about Huxley while he's not here, because I got a lot of mixed messages yesterday. I don't want to say a lot of negativity. There was quite a bit of negativity, and I don't necessarily have much to touch on about that, other than I responded to a couple people, and then I thought, nah, I don't really need to respond. Let people have their opinion. I deleted some really horrific comments because Aaron helped me with this a lot this morning. Aaron went through and deleted it, but he's funny. He was like, I love deleting negative comments. I was like, I could see that about you. I don't always like to delete people's comments because I want people to be able to hold on. I need to know what this says, Daria. It's to unclog pores, reduce skin inflammation, diminish discoloration. It's still vital to diagnose your specific and get the right product. Okay. Thank you for that. I just needed to know. Annabelle, super sticker. Thank you, Annabelle, and welcome. So Aaron and I'm not going to read comments probably for a minute so I can get this out. Aaron and I chatted this morning and he said something. He is the best mentor, BJ Burke. I love Aaron, you guys. I consider Aaron such a close friend and I feel so lucky to be his friend. Now, he may not say I'm his friend. I don't know, but we're not going to ask because we fear the answer to that. So we'll just leave it the way it is on this side of the fence. I was chatting with him this morning and he was deleting some mean comments from the live we did yesterday. And I don't always like to delete them unless, like I said, if they're hateful, yeah, you're out of here and you're not coming back. Sometimes I block them from ever being able to again, because it's like I just said, I don't want those people here anyway. Annabelle, I think of you as a friend as well. Um, a lot of you with love said some comments yesterday of your opinions that were you were sharing that were not. What am I trying to say? I love you because I always say to you guys, you don't have to agree with me, and I appreciate a challenge or disagreeing with me as long as it's not hateful, guys. It's if we could just do that in the world, things would be great. There's nothing wrong with disagreeing. It's when you call me a piece of shit or something where I'm like, okay, I don't really want to engage with you anymore. You crossed the line, like Tom Cruise says. Casey Cat, I love that you are my Casey homegirl hero. One of these days I'll bump into you shopping or something and give you a hug. I would love that. I would love to run into somebody and be like, I love your channel. And I'd be like, I love having you on my channel. Thank you for being there. Wouldn't that be fun? That'll be a fun day when one of us bumps into the other. Um, so anyway, I want to start by saying that a lot of you said, Reese, I love you, and that's okay. And I appreciate it. But I want to talk to you guys about what was said yesterday because here's the deal. And this is what I told Aaron this morning. How am I supposed to share my story without sharing my story? You know what I mean? A lot of you said, hey, you really shouldn't have said that about Huxley. You didn't give him a chance to agree to what you shared, and you could have embarrassed him. And that's a minor child, and you shouldn't be sharing this. Okay. A lot of my response was, oh, yeah, and a lot of people said, "Reese, you have no boundaries." Well, that's true. But a lot of my responses to this was, things are gonna get uncomfortable on this channel, and I'm not gonna not share it, okay? We laugh on this channel a lot. We go off into the weeds and talk about my vagina, okay? We talk about my doctor's appointments. We talk about silly stuff. We talk about my marriage to Jeff the other day that got slightly uncomfortable for some of you. We talk about the most important thing to talk about, which is the goal and why I started this channel, was Scientology and the things I know that are dirty about it. I was a little bit surprised, although you were sticking up for Huxley, so that I appreciate it. But I was a little bit surprised at some of the points of view there, like, you shouldn't be sharing this. This is personal, private information. And I thought, have you been here before? Like, have you been to this channel, or did you just catch this like in 10 minutes? We talk about personal, private information, guys. I released private audios of people that I recorded and they didn't know they were being recorded. I understand where you're coming from. I don't think you're wrong, but it was a very upsetting thing for me to share. I have to be honest, it felt good for me to share it. It felt good to kind of I felt like I got it off my chest almost. I've been carrying that around, that uncomfortable, what I said about Doug yesterday and Huxley and what I'd found out there years ago. I've been carrying that around and it felt good to share it. And it's the truth. And what my lawyer has always said to me, because I've asked her, are there things I'm going to get in trouble for if I share this about Scientology? I reach out to my attorney on it. And I say, and every time, because I go, can I talk about this? Is it okay? And she'll go, is it the truth? And I go, yeah. She goes, then absolutely share away. Because I asked her about the audios that I shared before I shared it. I talked to my lawyer, and Missouri is a one party consent state. So it's totally legal. But she was like, if it's the truth, Reese, you're welcome to share anything. You should share it. So I realized that was very private, very personal information, but I felt like that needed to be talked about. It's part of my story. And so I said that to a couple people. Yes, that's a good point too, Judy. You got this. Sunlight is the best disinfectant. Um, um, sorry, I'm reading your comments now and I feel thrown off. All I want to say is, to those of you that didn't like that, I apologize to you that you didn't like that. But at the same time, I want you to try to look at the bigger picture with me, which is this organization needs to be brought down. And this organization walks around all day long thinking they're above the rest of us, thinking that they have all the power and thinking that they are the most ethical. That's a big one in Scientology. They are the most ethical elite people on planet Earth. They're doing the Lord's work. They're saving the planet. Casey Cat, Reese, a creator makes the rules. Your channel, your rules. Never let anybody tell you differently. If they want to make the rules, start a channel. I agree with you. That's true. Thank you for the super chat. But I feel this stuff needs to be exposed. Even the dirty, it's the underbelly. We need to expose it. And what I have experienced and what I know, I'm going to expose. I'm not going to expose other people's stories and go, I think this is true. Or I'm talking about what happened personally to me. And Wendy, more. I found your Huxley story so informative. It was so revealing. It was revealing. And it was revealing. And it was, I just want to keep pointing that out, guys. There's going to be uncomfortable stuff. And it's coming out as I talk to you. It's coming apart like an onion. It's just coming out in layers. I hadn't even thought to tell what happened with Doug there until yesterday. Like, I'm not spilling it all at once. It's coming out with you. That's what's the beauty of this. It's like a book for me writing this because I have all of you people with me to talk me through it. I do best talking through things anyway, as you know. Those of you that have been here for a while know that. Even you new guys might see that. I do best, even if it's uncomfortable, and this has been the case my whole life. This is why I didn't make a good Scientologist, addressing things. I don't sweep anything under the rug. If something makes me uncomfortable, this is something Jeff still has to adjust to being married to me because he'll be like, I'm over it. I'm done with it. And I'm like, well, I'm not over it. And it hurt me because of this. And I want to smooth that out so that I can go on with my freaking day. So that's just how I am. That's how this channel rolls. And I know 99% of you are cool and on board with it. But there were quite a few people who were like, it's really sick that you threw your son under the bus saying what you said, or you didn't give your son a choice. Now he's going to go to school and people are going to make fun of him for that. First of all, there are no 13-year-olds watching my channel here. Okay. Tampa B man, you may not be a perfect mom, but you're the best mother for your son. You and Huxley both have unconditional love. Doesn't get any better than that. He learned it from you. God, Barb, you're so profound. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat always, but thank you for saying that. I don't know if they were OSA. Sherry Cooper, super sticker. Thank you. Thank you, Brian Lucas. He says, I didn't throw Huxley under the bus. I don't feel like I threw Huxley under the bus, but that's the beauty of everybody's opinion, right? But I didn't take it as personally as I normally do because I feel like I truly did the right thing yesterday. It wasn't to get a rise out of people. It wasn't to be funny. I wasn't making a joke out of it. These are real things that happened, and I think it should be exposed. I'm not going to go into the fact that, like, a lot of people also said, he like I hate this kind of stuff, but the internet's full of experts. Someone was like, he was absolutely physically abused and you should have known that. And it's like, okay, it's weird to me when people try to go into somebody else's story. You're a total stranger, and for you to like comment on that and be an expert and you were there, and no, he wasn't. You know why? I took him to a doctor and I got him immediately checked. That was one of the first things I did. The first thing I did was question the hell out of everything. But then I took him and I got him checked because I thought that's common sense and that makes sense to rule out if that's going on. Hemina, I'm sorry people are being mean to you. You are sharing with us because it helps you and it's part of your story. Sometimes it's going to be difficult, but it is your story and what you are going through. More empathy, people. God, that's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you for the super chat, Jana Martin. It is important to expose the behaviors that have been normalized in Scientology and by Scientologists. Hopefully, other parents in the organization recognize the dangers of said behaviors. Beautiful. I love that. Thank you for the super chat, but thank you for the words. That's what's going through my head, is what you both just said. So it's going to get uncomfortable some days. Remember the video we did about my husband who died, Fred, and we just cried through the whole thing? It's going to get sad some days. Each day I do a live, it's going to have a totally different topic about something that I want to discuss. And then you guys will give me your feedback, and then we'll go into the weeds talking about what you say. I love that for this. I hope it keeps growing, and I hope that this doesn't fizzle out. I hope we keep this going because it's therapeutic all around. I've told you guys, I'm chatting with at least 1,500 people privately. I spend 4 to 6 hours a day now responding to you guys because I want to. And you give me perspective, and you tell me your sad story, and I check in on you now, and we become friends, and it's a real connection and relationship. And you share things with me that are very private, and you tell me more than anything, this changed the way I think about this. You're helping me with this. Your group is amazing because they're helping me with this. Guys, that is what I want more of in this world. So I hope we keep this going. I hope so, because it helps people. Judy, you got this. According to Andrew Gold, you've made it. He did say that, didn't he? I love Andrew Gold, and thank you for the super chat. This is a form of helping people. Not every live is going to help people, but the purpose of this channel is to get Scientology taken down, and hopefully that there are under the radar Scientologists watching, and they start questioning it and leave. And hopefully there are people watching who are in an abusive or toxic situation that have nothing to do with Scientology, and they realize it and they help themselves to get out of it. That's what I did in Scientology, and that's a great feeling, and I want that for everyone if you're in a bad situation. Roxy, welcome. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. Amy says, I did worry if Huxley ever found that video online, would it damage your relationship? But you're right. People need to understand why you've been cautious. You have good reason. Now we know. Yeah, why I've been cautious about Doug. I never want to see him again. I never want Huxley around him again. I'm going to have a conversation with Huxley about the video. I'm gonna let him know that I talked about it, because I don't keep secrets either. I don't keep secrets in my family, and I'm not going to go into great detail, but I'm gonna, because I don't want to open that wound either. Oh, good. Thank you, Doodle Queen. I don't have to go get him yet, but thank you for reminding me that. I am going to share with Huxley a lot of the details of what I said in that video, so that there are no secrets. I don't want him to come back one day and go, what the hell? No, guys, I don't keep any secrets. I will definitely have a conversation with Huxley that I shared that. Thetans made me do it. Huxley's name came from a book. His whole 9 months being cooking in me was going to be Henry. And then I saw Huxley like the last week right before I had him. And I was like, ooh, Huxley it is. I just thought that was a cool name. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to yeah, Sarah, I don't think I don't need to take the video down, I don't think. But I don't think he's going to be super upset about it, but we'll see. I don't think he's going to need to build his trust back with me over it either. I don't think he's going to feel like, oh wow, you totally pulled the rug out and screwed me. What is this? Atlas shrugged. As an attorney, if I represented the father, I would use that video against her. Sad to say, but it's true. Well, I appreciate you saying that. And maybe it will come back to bite me, guys. Don't think that I don't accept that responsibility too. I absolutely. That kind of comes with the territory when you have no boundaries and you say the things that are on your mind. Don't think I haven't had things come back to bite me in the ass in my life. They have. And I just think, okay, I shouldn't have probably said that, but I own it. I mean, I said it. So that's okay too. I don't know that I'm going to go through some major court situation on this. I'm actually just going to start small and go from there. What are you saying here, Barb? Just because it's weird and could have happened doesn't mean it did. I have a situation like that with my daughter and my dad. It was honest with my daughter. Yeah, I don't think anything serious happened there, but we'll probably never know, and I'm not gonna pry into that. I'm gonna let Huxley discuss that in some form of therapy, which we will talk about this weekend as well. I really would like him to see a therapist, but that's not something I'm going to force. This is all very new for us, and some of you need to remember that, most of you know, and thank you for the super sticker. Um, but this is all very new. And the last thing I want to do is go, well, you're wrong and you're seeing a therapist, and that's the end of that. I'm not that kind of parent anyway. I don't parent by using a lot of force. And I think that's because my father was incredibly forceful with me, incredibly forceful with me. There were no choices, and it was all Scientology shoved down my throat. And he was a yeller. He screamed a lot and he was very intimidating. And my sister and I used to watch the veins pop out of his neck when he would yell at us. I am not going to do that with my kid. So, um, thank you, Vernon. Vernon's great. I don't recognize your name, but I'm glad you're here, Vernon. What you're doing will help your mental health. It does help my mental health. And for those of you that can't deal with it, I've said this before. I recommend don't watch. Don't watch if it's something that triggers you or upsets you or you're strongly in disagreement with. It's like a TV show. Just turn it off. Or unsubscribe. You know, if you feel like I just hate this person and I hate everything that comes out of her mouth and how she parents and she's a terrible human being, I don't want to force you to be here. Um, but I do welcome people to disagree with me. Yeah, Amy, it is a red flag, but I don't know. I don't want to accuse Doug of anything. But it was uncomfortable and it was uncomfortable to talk about. It's uncomfortable to talk about now, but we've got to deal with the fact that this is a Scientology channel for the most part, guys. And almost nothing good came of Scientology in my life. I'm a pretty fucked up, probably individual because of all the Scientology that was shoved down my throat. So it's going to be uncomfortable. And I need you guys to know that some days we're going to laugh and we're going to talk about my period, but other days it's going to get serious and we're going to talk about that heavy stuff. And I need you to know that. I just want you to know that. And I apologize to anybody who's that upset with me about it. That I shared that yesterday, but okay. So here's what Aaron said. Aaron is so good. Aaron said something to me this morning. I was like, God, that's simple, but geez, I like it. He said, and Hamina, you're doing great as a mother and fighting for him in your own way. Being a mom doesn't come with a manual. We learn and grow and do our best. And if it's coming from a good place, then you will both be okay. It's a process. I so appreciate those words and your super chat. And if it comes back to bite me, there's that too. And I'll have to live with that, right? Aaron said something beautiful this morning. He said, here's the way you have to look at the negative comments, Reese. Because I'm getting better at them. But I don't always do great. And he said, the people who said that specifically, like, you shouldn't have shared that. You shouldn't have said that about your son. You went too far. Okay. Those people, he said, are not experts. They're not experts. But also a good thing about that to know is he said they are telling you what they would do. They are telling you what they are comfortable with. They are telling you that they're uncomfortable with what you did and they wouldn't take it that far. Tampa B-Man, Reese, we speak your language here. We are also on a journey and so glad you're relatable, Reese. I know you are, Barb. And for the most part, all of you are. That's why you're with me. And I love you guys for it. But how beautiful is that, what Aaron said? Again, it's basic, but some things get through to you that are basic for me. I guess because I'm coming out of this cult, I have all kinds of new thoughts every day. I'm like, wow, I don't have to think like that anymore. Wow, I don't have to do that anymore. Thank you, Aurora N. You don't have to be a perfect parent. You just have to be a good enough parent. I appreciate that. Aaron is so right there. And I was like, wow, I never thought about it like that. They are saying, Joanne, don't worry, Reese, I'm ducked up and I didn't grow up in a cult. Oh, yes. Thank you, Joanne. Jana, whether or not Doug did anything, he didn't respect boundaries. He should have gotten parental approval beforehand on all activities. You're right, and that part I take the blame for because I should have put a stop to it then, and I didn't. But back to Aaron, real quick, guys, because I am going to have to go to get him. You guys are super chatting me. I appreciate it so much, and I'm also reading the non-super chats. But Sandy D, as long as we aren't talking about abuse, no one has the right to tell another person how to parent. Yeah, many of us haven't handled coming out of a cult, so show some grace. God, that's beautiful, Sandy. Thank you for that. And thank you for the super chat, babe. Vernon Reese, no one should suppress your comments. Yeah. Atlas shrugged, you would die of embarrassment if my mother was talking such personal things when I was a teenager. Tell your story with limits on son's problems. Totally. And I hear you. But I am going to have the conversation with him as well. And I think the other thing, Atlas shrugged, I want to point out there, the purpose of that story was not to make fun of Huxley. It outweighed the embarrassing parts of that story, if you want to call it that, which I don't think they're embarrassing, but I could see what you mean being a boy at 13. The purpose of that story was to tell you guys about Doug and how predatorial that was. If anything, the embarrassment should be on Doug. What kind of a grown man sleeps with a child at that age or showers or anything? That's the point of the story. And I want everyone to remember that. So many people were like, oh, how embarrassing for your son. Okay. But the story was more important and should have been told. And Aaron said that too. He said the story needed to be told. The point of the story is not Huxley peed his pants. Okay, well, there was some trauma going on there. And I get it. I get that, like, you'd be upset with your mother, which is why I'm going to have the conversation with him. That's why I'm going to talk to Huxley about it, so he's not blindsided one day. But the point, guys, it was more beneficial than not to tell the story. The story needed to be told. I'm sorry that it's uncomfortable. That's what I'm getting at. It's uncomfortable. Yes, it needed to be told. And Aaron said another thing. He goes, do you know, I'm going to say this, Keela, you have an amazing son. You're an amazing mom. I love you, and there's not a guide for parenting, especially in Scientology. You are doing everything you can. You have done nothing wrong. Keela, I love you so much, and you know that. Thank you for the super chat. Another thing people said, I forgot about this, and then I have about 10 minutes. Another thing people said in the comments, you need to be more like Aaron. Do you notice that Aaron doesn't share private details about his life? That was funny to me because I thought, why do I need to be like somebody else? I love Aaron, but I don't want to be like Aaron. I'm not like Aaron. If I suddenly switched to being like Aaron, I would have nothing. You guys I wouldn't have a channel anymore. You would know that that's not Reese. It's not organic. And not on fire. Don't listen to unsolicited advice. If they don't pay your rent, you don't pay them no mind. So true, babe. Thank you for that. Yeah, that was just dumb. Not going to be like Aaron. Don't want to be like Aaron. Aaron does his thing. Um, Atlas shrugged. I wish I could talk to you as well. Don't want to be like him. Never going to try to be like Aaron. Love Aaron to death. But we're not the same person, and I'm not trying to be like anybody, guys. I just got out of this cult. I'm being myself. Let's just try that first. But Aaron also said that he goes, Reese, he goes, I watch a lot of YouTube. See, I don't watch a lot of YouTube. Once I'm off of here, I'm off of here. I don't want to be sitting around watching YouTube. I've got too many things to do. He said, I watch a lot of YouTube. He said, do you know some of the biggest names in YouTube share the most intimate private details about their lives? You didn't do anything wrong, he said. He said there are a lot of creators who share way more information. I don't feel like I did anything wrong, and I think that story needed to be told, and I'm moving on from it. But I wanted to address that because there are a lot of you guys that care about me deeply and came from a good place, but it was private, and it's part of the hard part of getting out of Scientology. There's going to be private stuff. There's going to be more private stuff, I guarantee you, that I haven't thought about, that I'm going to think about and talk about. But there's going to be a lot of private, uncomfortable details. Very uncomfortable, guys. If nothing else, uncomfortable. Scientology is not comfortable in any way. It started at age 3 for me, and it's been uncomfortable ever since. It's never in my life felt natural. I have been working with something for 38 years that I kept thinking in my mind, this doesn't feel natural. This doesn't feel like me. Okay, I'll do it, but that's not something I would normally do. I'll do it because I'm supposed to do it. I don't want to live that life anymore. I just want to say things. I want to expose this cult. I want to get it taken down, and I want people to come out of it. And that's the goal. We need to remember the fucking goal, not you just embarrassed your son. That was private. Sure, I did. Possibly. But the goal here is to expose what the fuck's going on behind the curtain. Don't you want to know that? Even if it's uncomfortable for you. And if you don't want to know, turn it off. Don't look if you don't want to see. Jana, if Doug was a stranger, everyone would be telling you to dox him. Yeah. And a lot of things that were uncomfortable I've talked about before, I don't see anyone coming forward saying, that's sick. You shouldn't share that. I don't know. Everybody has their own opinion, but here's the beauty of it. I love what Aaron said. The people that are saying that are the ones that are saying, I wouldn't do that, so you shouldn't do that. That's horrible that you shared that because I would never share that. Okay, well, great. Get your own channel and talk about the things that you want to share. And I said that to a couple of people. I said, this is my channel. I'm sorry. I'm exposing Scientology. It's going to make you feel a little bit kind of, ooh, that's cringy. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. So don't be here if you don't want to feel those feelings. And Atlas shrugged. I don't take offense to anything you said. I think you're very helpful. You're an attorney and you're coming from a place of an attorney. I don't doubt that I fucked up somehow. Maybe I shouldn't have said that stuff. I don't doubt it. Okay. But I'm still going to speak and say things that are on my mind. Been doing it my whole life. Diane Barbado, you will do what needs to be done when the time is right for you. Watching you, Aaron and Andrew, is like taking an extra antidepressant for my depression. I love that. And welcome. I don't recognize your name. You go, girl. Thank you, Diane. That's beautiful. Thank you for the super chat. Elise or Elsie, sorry, I didn't say your name right. Could Scientology be stirring the pot? 100%. But here's the thing: we're never going to know. Those comments could have been OSA, but they could be just real life people with their opinions. And I'm happy with it either way. I'll never know either way. So I'm still going to take it on, and address it. I'm not going to do this every time I get a bad comment, but there were quite a few. And that's okay. Roxy, be yourself, Reese. My friend uses her social media platforms as a diary and journal. She finds it therapeutic to share her life's journey with her friends. The majority of her subscribers understand. Correct. Thank you for that. That's true. Yeah, Amanda, if it is true, why does it matter if it was brought to a court? You would say it outright, no need to play the video. That's true. I would share this in court either way. So I don't think they're going to try to take me to court. They can. Huxley's lived with me his whole life and has had a wonderful life. And he's very well taken care of. And I don't think anyone's going to try to take him away from me. I don't think a judge would allow that. LJ Vespertile, cool name. We all have different physical strengths, and our emotional, spiritual bandwidths vary too. How you process your concerns, pain, or challenges, and whether you share them is your personal decision. My God, that's wonderful. And thank you for the super chat and welcome. Tampa B Man, we all learn as we go. So true. Thank you, Barb. That's very true. It's basic, but true. And again, I'm not saying I'm right, guys. I'm not saying what I did was right and F all of you. That's not what I'm saying. I probably was wrong. I tear myself down in my head 100% of the time. I second guess myself. I overthink. I think I'm wrong. I probably was. But what I'm standing by is the fact that it felt right at the time and it feels right to expose that more than not. So yes, Huxley may be embarrassed and upset with me, but it still felt like it was the right thing to expose at the time. And maybe one day he'll understand that. Phyllis OB, your son seems mature and aware of Scientology's harm. I had to share my own experiences of violent. What does SA mean? In my old church in order to protect my kids. I see that a lot and I feel dumb, but I don't know what it means. Thank you for the super chat. Newsflash, Barb says you're a normal person. Yes, guys, we learn as we go, like Barb said. And Yeah, first name, stand behind yourself and then stop, period. I agree. You're right. We'll get there. Vernon, those are superficial people, not deep thinkers. I don't know, and I don't want to tear them down. You know, they're entitled to their opinions. People are entitled to sexual assault. Duh. Boy, I feel dumb. I knew I would feel dumb. There are people who are entitled. They're going to say what they're going to say, guys, and I'm not mad at that. I don't like it when you say you're a terrible mother. Somebody said, Audrey, we are by your side for the long run. I love you, Audrey, my little French angel. Somebody said, "You're a terrible mother," and the Scientologist said, "Michael, he would be in better hands with them than you." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, that's probably OSA or just a horrible human being, either way." Atlas shrugged. I wonder if the history of being constantly interrogated has made you more inclined to let everything out. 100%, my friend. My therapist says that all the time because I was constantly under a flashlight. What are your crimes? What did you do? That's why I have no boundaries. I talk about this shit all the time. I have nothing to hide. Panko, you also have no idea who is an attorney or a fraud. Some folks just seem to enjoy criticizing creators. It happens all the time. Sorry it happened. Thank you. That's a good point too. You don't know who's who. You don't know who's real and who's not. Um, so there's that too. But I love you guys. And I think this chat was helpful. It helped me. I'm going to walk away in a minute going, wow, I'm glad I did that. I actually feel better. I don't feel all tired and sluggish. I got kind of worked up talking about that. This is why I love this channel because of you guys. You guys mean so much to me. Criticism or support. I welcome it and I'm appreciative. Um, and I'm sorry to those who felt like I made a wrong move. I want to trigger alert warning you. I'm going to do it again and again and again because of who I am. I talk about things all the time. You think I haven't had family in my life? Go, Reese, why did you share that, girl? No. Yes, though. And I always felt right about it. Yeah, it's about time to go get him. SB, we all support you, Reese. You are going through a process of separating Scientology from who you are as a person. I'm sure it's a painful process that takes time and you need to work through your emotions. Thank you, SB. God, you guys are so good with the words. This is why I love this. I am going to try to do a live tomorrow. I'm going to hang out with Huxley for the first part of the day, first half of the day, but we can't be gone for too long because we got to let the dogs out. So I will be around and I will hop on tomorrow for sure. I just don't have a time for you yet. Bert Pineapple. Oh my God, that's the cutest name I've ever heard. We got your back. Bert, you're adorable. Thank you for the super chat. Who let the dogs out? So true, traveling bee. So I have to sneeze. Shit. Hold on. So sorry, I'm back. It's allergies getting to me. So I want to say thank you again. I want to say you guys are amazing. Adam, I don't recognize your name. When Huxley gets older, he's going to thank you. Keep it strong. I thank my dad a ton at 33 years old. You're right, Pa. That's beautiful. I love that. I hope that's true. I hope he doesn't leave my life at some point. Many of Aaron's guests share personal stories, Rhonda says. Yeah, that's true. Adam, thank you for that super chat, though, my friend. Guys, I'm going to go get him. I love you all. I feel so much better about this. I feel more solid. Okay, Atlas. Yeah, please email me. Phyllis, you're not dumb. Sorry to say SA. No, no, no. It's okay. I'm glad that we got that worked out. I felt stupid about it. Thank you for the super chat. Guys, I love you. Thank you for your advice, your support, your words, your super chats. I love you guys. I mean that. You know I mean it. I really feel like I can't live without you guys. I hope you don't leave me. I have that big fear of people leaving me or rejecting me, and I hope you don't do that. I'm gonna go get him. One last super chat. Comment on your mothering. YouTube needs combo. I'm grown woman. Delete button. Yes. Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, that's where it went too far. That's where it was like, you're deleted and banned from ever writing on here again. But otherwise, yeah. Love you guys. I'm going to go get Hux and love you guys very, very much. Talk to you tomorrow. Goldie, thank you for being here.